Hello and welcome back to yet another sunny looking good video from here at Bransford Webs. Well, what fantastic weather we're continuing to get. It's remaining dry and certainly over the weekend the temperatures are there to actually sit out, light the barbecue and actually enjoy the garden. So hopefully you're all enjoying the garden, you're getting out there and doing some work in there and yeah, enjoying the good weather we've got. And we're just around the corner now from the next bank holiday. It's the late May bank holiday coming up and this looking good video is featuring products for that week. So we've got a bumper video this week, loads of herbaceous stuff coming through, loads of colour coming through, just to inspire your customers to continue gardening and continue planting right the way through into May and June. So I'm going to start off with our Achillea Milli Rocks, which are just on a bed to my right here where we're filming. So the Milli Rocks are really nice and compact, and as you can see, they're loaded in bud and just starting to show some colour. So by the time they arrive with you next week, they're going to be loaded in colour and ready to walk out of the door over the bank holiday weekend. Our Leucanthum Highland White Dream has gone online now. Highland White Dream is a good traditional variety of Leucanthum, sort of medium in height, sort of flower about 3 foot tall, and the buds are just forming in the crown there too. So we send this out green because when it's flowering up here, it can get damaged in transit if we're not careful. So we just make sure we get it out nice and early so your customers can get it planted in their garden and enjoy it. So something to go away from the sunny spot into the shady spot. Our hosta collection is still online. So you can see here I've got wide brim, really chunky potfuls, really nice, good number of eyes in the bottom there, nice fresh foliage too. So check out the full availability of hostas on the looking good list. And then something new for this week is Digitalis Lucas Silvery. So the Lucas series was launched about 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago now with the original pink one, then a light pink and a white, and then silver is new to the market this year. So it's called Silvery. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up this up here, but it's got a really silvery look to the foliage. And then it comes through with a nice, deep, typical pink foxglove flower later on. And the buds just forming in the centre there. But really nice silvery foliage just to decorate the garden earlier on before the flower comes out as well. And then we have got another batch of Dianthus Tickle Pink online. So loaded in bud. The first flower's just coming out now. And they should walk out the door with the bank holiday weekend, especially with that scent off them. Part of the Scent First range, really strong, really good variety, really good garden pink. Then we have got Salvia Caradonna Pink Inspiration. So you remember a few weeks ago we showed you Caradonna, which has got a nice deep purple flower. Well, Pink Inspiration is a similar thing, but pink. Lovely number of breaks on there. The first flower spikes are opening and there are more coming around here all the time. Flower's a little bit more compact than Caradonna, but performs really, really well in the garden. Good border perennial. Moving away from the border and something really for containers, but looking really good, our Argyranthemum series. So these are looking fantastic at the moment. As you can see, a couple of them there. I've got 3 varieties online in total, but absolutely smothered in bud. And the first flower's just opening. So again, by next week, I'd expect these flowers to be open as they arrive in your garden centre. Back to sort of borders or containers really. I've broken there, but we've got Lavender Essence. So a good English type lavender, nice and compact in its habit. Lovely scent coming off there too. And again, like the other stuff we've showed you so far, first bud's just opening and absolutely smothered in more bud coming through for later in the year. We've got Chelsea, as Malvern should say last week, we've got Chelsea coming up in the next week or so. And a typical sort of Chelsea plant is something like an Astrantia, often used by garden designers. So we've got Star of Love and Star of Beauty here. I'll just show you that one. So Star of Love, sorry, Star of Beauty, got it one way around, typical. Really nice strong flowers, and then second flowers coming around the base, and then more and more coming from below. And as you know with Astrantias, they hold their flowers for ages, but if you're trying to do a Chelsea themed bed in the plant area or bench, certainly Astrantia is a one plant to feature. One of my favourite little pickup lines this time of year that I really, really like are these strawberries. So this is a Summer Breeze series. So we've got rose, cherry and white. I'm just going to pick out cherry here. So you can see it's got a flower that's almost like a geum in its habit. It's really interesting in the garden and it produces decent size, sort of average size edible strawberries afterwards. So you've got the benefit of both a pretty flower and fruit later on. So certainly in a pot on the patio, or if you've got a small garden, a balcony or a terrace, this is the ideal plant to put in your garden because you'll get both interesting flowers and you'll get something to eat later on when you're watching Wimbledon in a few weeks' time. Then we've got the first of our 5 litre hydrangeas online. So these are the frozen smoothies, absolutely loaded in bud as you can see, and they're just starting to break colour there. So we've got 2 different colours on there, so check them out on the availability list, but absolutely loaded in bud, looking really nice. And I actually put one of these in a pot on my patio last year, and they hold their flower for so long. Such good value for money. Then pop it in the garden afterwards, and it'll look fantastic next year as well. And then just to finish off with, our miniature climbing roses are online. So I'm going to put these on the ground here. You can see where the tunnel behind us has just been watered. So a bit of water coming across the pathway. So our miniature climbing rose selection has been selected for that reason. It's miniature, so it's ideal in a container or for a small garden, or where you don't want it to take over the entire wall or fence. You just want something nice and controlled and compact. So we've got, I think there's 8 varieties in total across the climbers and ramblers. Little rambler's an absolute cracker, a bit more vigorous in its habit, but covers the fence quite nicely. Masses and masses of small pink flowers on it, does really well. And then we've got things like Evening Light, Love Not, and Laura Ford, for more traditional climbing roses as well. But we supply all these on a 3-foot tripod. As you can see, they're top of the tripods, and they are just budding up now. So again, there you go. Love Not's got the first flower just opening on it. You can see why it's called Love Not, that traditional red rose on there. An Evening Light, a little bit more compact, but again, nice bit of flower bud coming through on there. But on the 3-foot tripod, they sell really well. They're good inspirational plants for customers because it's something, it's pretty much ready made. Whack that into a pot and sell it next to some obelisks, and your customer's got a patio ready plant straight away. So loads of stuff this week, looking really good. Loads of colour coming through on the nursery now. So we'll keep updating you every week. Hopefully have a great bank holiday weekend. This weather continues, but we'll see you next week to show you what's looking good here at Bransford Webs. Goodbye for now.